about that. I had the wrong player up. I thought I had the... Anyways, so how's everybody doing? Again, I'm going to start out this by saying I am no specialist. I'm no expert. In fact, I should probably have my sister on. She's actually written a book. This is supposed to be fun. It's about like dating in the modern age and stuff. So she'd be a much better expert at this. I think she actually has a degree, but I can speak on the humanality of it. There's no problem there. Again, there's no diagnoses. I'm not trying to help anybody out or anything like that. I'm just talking my opinions about it. This is how I feel. It's a Monday afternoon. I feel like talking. I don't have anybody to talk to, so I'm going live. So, it's such a weird subject for something that happens so frequently, that's so important to so many people and so much, you know what I mean? Divorces are often made or broken on sexuality. We don't ever talk about it. We don't. I mean, it's almost like, again, it's like bad manners to talk about. And why? I mean, especially if you're talking to someone who's supposed to be your potential mate, isn't that someone you should talk to about that stuff? God damn, there's so many fucking rules, you know that? And they're all bullshit. None of them are real. There's no fucking rules to this fucking thing. Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. Did you get a goddamn book that I didn't get? If so, keep it to your fucking self, because I was born without a fucking manual and no book on how this shit works. Now, when I got here, I did find out, the Bible, and there's nothing in there so far that I found that has hurt me to follow. So, man, I sure wish I could commit adultery. No. Man, I wish I could steal. No. Man, if it weren't for this Bible, I could murder somebody. No. Fuck no. Just on and on down the list. No. No, 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 no. I don't even want to do any of these things. Which matches what he says. I will write my commandments on their hearts. So I'm reading, I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel. Don't take my shit, and I don't want my shit taken, so I'm not gonna take anybody else's shit. Don't murder. And a lot of people say thou shalt not kill. I don't think that count for meat. Thou shalt not murder. People. I mean, Cain and Abel. So, what we can't understand, we quantify in ways that we can, and then call that knowledge. Make sense? As Christopher Langan says, the universe is speaking a language to itself about itself. Whether we want it to or not, it's creating carbon, it's creating hydrogen, it's doing all these things, it's creating fucking... Somewhere out there might be creating planets and galaxies, with or without our permission or understanding of it. So therefore, there is a building block language to make it all work, because A plus B equals carbon equals this to this and this plus that and this equals life equals this with this and this. You know what I mean? So there's a shit going on there that we're trying to figure out. And then we get like a best guess type thing, and People wonder about nano. How nano can you get? My guess would be just like between 0 and 1. Infinite, fractally. You can keep going smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and sit in one place and do nothing. Literally do nothing but just dig down into what? Why? After a certain part, you can't see it any fucking ways. And I get what you're trying to do, but there's just no need for it. What if we discover that, like, inside our bodies, that, just like they said, that if you stood on the surface of a nucleus, the nearest electron or whatever would look like a star. In that same way, what if we were sitting on the center of a weird electron we don't understand? Both up and down, you know what I mean? Macro and micro. Damn, that wind's whistling and whipping. It's pretty chilly. As far as sexuality, man, I don't know. It's been a weird ride for me. My compass has pointed north since I was about 4 or 5 when, I was showing my dad's Playboy collection. But, yeah, I never went through a girls are icky phase because of that. Oh, right in my face. So, yeah, no, I never went through a girls are icky phase. However, I didn't really go through like a dude type phase, what I mean? Like, bragging about conquests and whatever. I just never went through that. And I also never, I don't know, I never bought into the herd mentality because there's, a lot of people that their guy friend's opinions are more important than their girlfriend's opinion, and I never understood that. I never got that because guys come to school and they start talking about like and just like, one, I don't want to hear that. Two, I doubt the other party of this conversation wants you talking about this because it's personal shit. No, I'm not a fag. It's just that if I were lucky enough to have the situation that you have, I wouldn't risk losing it by telling. No, are you getting any? Nope. Sure not. Yeah, I knew it. No, I'm not. Figured as much. You're fucking blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're damn right. Saving, waiting. If you weren't such a fag, you'd hit it. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, dude. Totally correct. I agree wholeheartedly. You don't know what the fuck I be doing. Yeah, there's no reason for you to know what the fuck I'm doing, man. Why the fuck do you need to know what the fuck I'm doing? Or who I'm doing it with? You don't. And any guy that's more worried about his guy friends, what they think about, and you know what I mean? If you're picking your spouse based on that, your date, or if you're picking what are your guy friends gonna think about this? I like her, but what are my guy friends like? Then you're, dude. I would do a North Pole check to make sure you're all right. When a dude's opinion is more important to you I'm not talking about like your best friend who's been there for fucking ever. You know what I mean? Because we all have like a good friend that's like, hey dude, you shouldn't fuck with that girl. And you take their opinion because they don't have your fucking. They're seeing something you don't, and they have your back. They're not. You know what I mean? They're not trying to screw you over. At least hear them out as to why. You know what I mean? But when, like I said, when your friends are asking you what you've been up to, and it's more important that you feel it's more important to look good to them than to continue doing whatever you were doing. And just check your compass. Make sure it's pointing in the right direction. You know what I mean? It may not be. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think the mistake that people made is confusing gender with sexuality. There are 4 genders you can be born. Male, having a penis. Female, having a vagina. Hermaphrodite or intersex, having both. And whatever the term, the medical term for having neither. Those are really like the only options you can have. Up in your head, that's sexuality. That's what you do with those sexual organs. I don't think there's a count. As many people as there are, there's probably that many sexualities. And I think that the Republican mind could grasp onto that. Because they're like, okay, so are you a guy or a girl? And then you're like, I'm a girl. But like, they're not going to grasp what you're trying to say. They're just not. They're not equipped to because they don't want to. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. They don't want to. They don't want to understand. It flies in the face of their religion, but it does not. Let me find I got a book around here. I got a Bible around here. Yeah, right here. I'm not sure if this is red letter. No, this isn't red letter. But yeah, Jesus did speak about gay and trans. Some were born eunuchs, some become eunuchs, and some were made eunuchs of men. It all hinges on the word eunuch. If you know what a eunuch is, you understand exactly what he's saying. So, he spoke on it very briefly, and that he doesn't fucking care. But to them, they've been told from Old Testament that he does. And, I think we just figured something out. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Okay, yeah. I think I just figured something out. It's just nothing to worry about, but I think I'm right. I've been talking about this for a while, and I think I just had an epiphany that I'm sorry to do that kind of stuff, and I hate to do that to people, but it literally is not to be offensive. You literally would not understand in the same way that I'm talking about. You would not understand because you would not want to. So therefore you could not. You would agree that you cannot comprehend something that you do not want to comprehend. It's going to be just a bunch of if you don't care about carburetors, you'll hear all the words. They'll describe exactly how it works. And they go, where does this one go? And you go, like, yeah, I didn't think you were paying attention. No, I wasn't. I really wasn't. I don't care. Is it fixed? No. Have you seen me do anything to it? No. Well, then just let me know when it's fixed. That's basically how we are. Never mind, the guy was telling you how to fucking fix it on your own. So you don't, he's like, this is real simple to fucking fix. This on the carburetor, you just take this line right here. Just what you need to do is go down to AutoZone. Just take this off. When you get to AutoZone, take this, see this hose right here? Okay, this is called the whatever. You're going to take that off of there. Go inside AutoZone and say, hey, I need this for a 97. And then and you're just like, oh, okay. Yeah. L bracket. So when you're gonna have this fixed? Dude, I'm telling you how you can do it. Fine, I'll fix it. I just said I can fix it for like $30. Or you can go get the fucking piece for yourself, but for $5 and replace it. For sure. We have one right here. I'll go ahead and replace it. Okay, just let me know when it's done. Okay. $30. That was fast. That's how most of my life feels. With sex, so much of it is in your brain. So much of it is not in your physical at all. And so much of what we do is out of desperation and or fear of being alone, whatever. What we don't do, we have intimacy issues where we're with someone we trust, but we still just will not let go. Not give in, not why? You're putting up all these fucking walls to defend yourself when you're in your most fucking vulnerable position that you could possibly be. I don't understand human beings whatsoever. There's not a person that got here without the exception of Jesus Christ, Yeshua, the Son of God, if that story is correct. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. That doesn't change my belief in God at all. I don't know for sure about Jesus, but I do know there's a God. It even says in the Bible that, I'm the Lord thy God. Without me there is no salvation. Because if you read it, it says, for the God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son. It didn't say, for Jesus so loved the world that he came and died for our sins. Nowhere in that book does it say that. It says that he died for our sins, but it didn't say that he, how else do you describe it then? I describe it like God set up a Western Union between you can't get to him, he can't get to you, so he set up a Western Union, and you needed $1,000 like now. So he made a Western Union, sent it down, set it up, transfer the money to you. But instead of sending you $1,000, he sent you $5,000. And you get there and you're like, oh, I only need 1,000. And the guy's like, hey, I guess your dad's pretty fucking cool then, man. Thank you, dude. And like, no, dude, your dad sent the 5,000. Yeah, but you didn't even charge me a fee. No, your dad covered the fee on the transfer. Dude, I didn't have anything to do with this other than being here to administer the transfer. You understand that? That's my only thing, is to be here to hand over the cash to you. Your dad sent you the cash. Thank you, Western Union, man. Without you, I'd be buried. Dude, don't even say that shit. Your dad. Fucking call your dad. Tell him thank you. Thank you, dude. You rule, man. Without this, I'd be kicked out. I didn't. It's not. What the fuck are you? What? The fuck are you doing, man? Are you going to call your dad and tell him that you are my dad? $5,000, you're my dad. No, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? I see you, Dad. No, dude. Only Dad would care this much. You're right about that, but you're just wrong about who I am. You just gotta be fucking dare to be stupid. You gotta be fucking stupid. This fucking world is ridiculous, man. And if you buy in, holy shit, it'll ruin you. I just don't get why anybody would tell anybody else what to do with their genitals. Meanwhile, being like, you better not tell me what to do with my genitals. The people that are pushing for banning gay, I would love for them to do the mental exercise of putting them that gay is the norm and they're the weirdos. And gay people are pushing to ban their which is not happening, is not the case. But man, do Republicans love to fucking any kind of wedge they can draw and divide in there. They'll do it. Any way to make you and that, you know what I mean, there's an other. Because without an other, there's no one to blame besides the people that you voted into office. And they don't want that shit. No, I went into this office to make money, not to fucking serve and or. You know what I mean? No. But that'd be interesting. You can't nominate yourself. You must be nominated by somebody else, but then you just get someone else. Maybe I get a friend. So it wouldn't do anything. I mean, I'm sure they probably tried something like that. And your wife comes in like, I think he's the best ever. I nominate. Why is your arm in that sling? Because he's the best ever. So, I think the first time I ever saw a gay couple, I was about like 5 or 6. I was riding the BART with my brother. And we would get off and go to like Fresno and Berkeley and San Fran and all kinds of places. So we're walking around San Francisco and there's a couple they're making out on the bus. I mean, on the bus stop, you know, those old bus benches that they used to, you might not know, but those old benches, those green fucking things with the signs, yeah. So they're just going at it. And I knew the line, get a room, by then. You know, I was looking at my brother, I was like, geez, get a room. And they stood up and it was 2 dudes. And one had like very short hair, the other one had long hair. And I remember catching me and my brother. I mean, that's kind of like I had never seen that before. So just like, I mean, because they were power making out with the long hair. It just looked like, you know, a guy and a chick just making out. It's like, geez, get a room. That's how uncomfortable it was, like for a 5-year-old to go, God damn, guys, get a fucking room. What the fuck are you doing? And then this is the first time you ever see 2 gay people, 2 gay dudes. 5 years old, no one's ever said anything about anything like that. And you're not a mommy and a daddy. What the fuck are you doing? 2 daddies? That's weird at that age. No, we didn't. I didn't know what to do. We both just caught the next bus because we didn't know what the fuck to do. You know, it was just such a weird situation. And homophobe, fuck you. I was a little kid and I didn't know what to think at the time. I didn't know what to do at the time. I'm like 5 or 6, and my brother's 3 years old, so he's like 8 or 9. He's no help for me in this situation, you know, because he's just like. I was gonna say, imagine like you walk in. It wasn't like hardcore, you know what I mean? Going, but I mean, dude, they were just like I said, just going to town. I don't care. I mean, like you know, what I mean, but it was like I said, like I mean, I look at my road, I'm like, geez, man, they need to get like a room. And then they stand up to when the bus gets there, and there's 2 dudes, and like I said. I remember being out there and one of my brother's friends, and I remember them talking about how he had 2 moms, and I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, yeah, he's got 2 moms. I'm like, you can't have 2, because I knew it by then how things were. I'm like, you can't have two moms living in the house. Okay, so that's different. He doesn't have 2 moms, because that'd be weird. Like, what? One of them make the feet? Build your own kid. What if you forgot a part? Come on. You can't do that. It'd be cruel and unusual. And we banned that a long time ago. God damn, you said 10 fingers. Yeah. You made 15. Oh. Oh, my baby finger, baby finger, baby finger. Wouldn't that be terrible? Oh my God. You find out that, like, maybe 4 or 5-year-old fingers, like once cleaned and sterilized and cooked, are actually like way better than any chicken wing. No. Raise your nub. What do you have on your fingers? I was born. Oh God. No. No. All right, so oh God. There's a problem with having a what if brain that likes to laugh and giggle. I don't even care if you're like, well, that's terrible. Yeah, you're right. I agree. But now you live with the shit, okay? Live with the shit and then still be able to live a normal fucking life, okay? But, yeah, so that, I mean, I've been exposed to that kind of stuff like from an early fucking age. And, I just, yeah. I remember being in my teens and, I'm biracial in the South. I hadn't had any girlfriend and girlfriends, and like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? And like, and so at least doing a self check. You're gay? Like, I don't think so. I started doing like I said, doing a self check. I'm like, I remember being 5. My compass pointed north. No, the compass still points north. It's just like I just don't like fucking football. I played football, and it was dumb. It was just dumb. The whole thing was fucking stupid. I remember I got hit so hard. I just like, what's the point? Can I spend it? No, because that dude hit me so hard. I got knocked out. I got blacked out. I blacked out. I woke up on the fucking. I woke up looking up in the sky. Seriously, I don't know how long I was out. It might have been like a second or two, but I was out, cold. And when I sat up, I was literally trying to figure out why I had a fucking football uniform on. And then I looked over to my left, and those guys didn't have a matching uniform. The guys to the right, they did. They're like, come on, come on. I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to go. I think I'm supposed to go over there. Their clothes match my clothes. And then I got over to the huddle, and I just sitting there, just like, and going through the play and stuff, and I'm just like, okay. And then things started clearing up a bit. But I mean, dude, these kids mostly got left back like 2, 3 years, dude. They were huge. It wasn't even right. But they want to control sexuality because that's one of the most primal things that they're gonna do it, right? You're gonna do it, and if you have like a kink or whatever, oh, you're gonna do it. You think pedophiles don't know that it's illegal? They do it. I mean, the catch a predator is depressing as shit because like it doesn't seem like it would. You would hope that the situation isn't that bad as it is, but I mean, they barely have time to arrest one guy before another guy shows the fuck up. They got to rush one dude out the back so they can catch another dude and reset up to catch him like that fucking fast. It's fucked up. As long as they keep in business, aside from like, the getting out about the shit, they'll just collect people all fucking, you know what I mean? So if you're going to do it anyway, it's kind of like drugs. You make it illegal. Suddenly, insensitive. Which costs more? The war on drugs or keeping those agents paid on the payroll and taken care of without a war to fight? As long as there's a war to fight, they got a reason to get up in the morning and go do the shit they're doing. We may not stop at all, but we're doing our part and we're stopping some. I think the American government couldn't stop the shipment of this stuff. On top of that, it's still getting in. Now, blaming Mexico and other places for the fentanyl and things like that is convenient, but and Chinese fentanyl and stuff like that. As a recovering opiate addict who is down to just like, the tramadol left in my system, I had Oxycontin, oxycodone, tramadol, several things. Prescribed. Took more than I was prescribed. Abused. Ow. But prescribed. Which is why I started quitting, because I knew where I was going. Those meds, opiates, I should do a whole nother thing on that. This should be just stay focused on what we're focused on. I don't judge. I form opinions. Everybody does. I mean, you have a mind. So just to observe anything is to form an opinion, whether you like it or not. We're all judgmental, even if the opinion is, I wouldn't do that. In your situation, I would blah, 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 blah. Even if that's it, you don't have any choice. Information comes into your brain, and you must process it. You must. I was going to walk to the store. I'm glad I didn't with the wind whistling like that shit. Probably cold as hell. But you must process that information. You don't have to condemn or condone, but you must process it. In that way, I don't have to like your lifestyle at all. You can shoot heroin and smoke crack. I don't have to like it. Why do I have to like it? Why do I have to approve of it? Okay, if I don't have to approve of that, then why do I have to approve of anybody's sexuality? It's your sexuality. I didn't say we can't be friends. I personally wouldn't do it, and I don't personally believe in it, but I don't fucking care what the fuck anybody else does. That's me. What does that got to do with you? You see what I'm saying? I make opinions, not judgments. My judgments come from like how you act. If you act like a shithead, then I don't want to be around you because you're a shithead, not because your sexuality, not because your skin color, not because you're... Give a fuck less that you're gay. I give a fuck less that you're trans. Give a fuck less that you used to be a dude. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You like to collect fucking fireflies and stick them up your butt. I don't care. Fireflies probably don't like it, but dead fireflies and stick dead fireflies. That's not hurting anybody or anybody. It might hurt you, but that's your butthole to hurt if you want to hurt it. So stick dead fireflies right up your butt. It makes you feel like dancing. I don't know what the fuck, whatever. I don't care. I personally wouldn't do it. I personally don't think it's a healthy choice to stick dead insects in your butthole. But it's your butthole. And you put whatever you want in there. Seriously, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. As far as sexuality, can we talk about like why are most of these women going to the abortion clinic by themselves? I don't know if anybody's hearing me correctly, but you usually don't see a couple that have made a decision or need to go there being yelled at by this group of people. It's usually a woman who's more than likely not doing so great anyways. And here you are yelling shame in her face. There's a lot of people that like look down on porn stars or whatever, especially women. I think women are very challenged by the freedom that especially a lot of women, the porn star women have about their sexuality. They're free in a way these women will never probably be until they hit like their 40s and finally say, okay, yeah, I get it now, fuck it. And by then, it's, you know what I mean? It's a very fucked up cycle that trying to prove that you're, you know what I mean? Just having to constantly say no, 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 no. And then you find someone that you won't say yes to, but you're just in the fucking no mentality. You never get out of that no mentality. I would to any woman who is upset about porn or pornography and the degradation of women, I would pose to you, how many rapes has pornography avoided? Because there's a lot of guys out there that are not getting any. Married guys, guys dating people, and guys that wish they could be dating somebody, but women have decided for whatever reason they're not viable for the dating field. Whatever the reason, there's too short, too fat, too skinny, too whatever, too nerdy, whatever you guys decide. There are a lot of dudes who have a natural tendency towards violence because testosterone. When women tends towards violence once a month, we call it a period, and they're okay. It's fine. But when a man tries it, it's toxic masculinity. It's not a culture that has taught us warfare over feelings. it's not our fault that a culture that sits there and goes, no, 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 you have the right to talk and your feelings are valid. And then we talk and no one wants to fucking hear it. Or you talk to somebody that once was your spouse and partner and admired you, and you watch their face erode away as they realize that you're not this perfect person that they had pedestalized and hoped that you would be. I mean, that was coming anyways, because that's what tends to happen. You pedestalize this person, and then eventually even they can't live up to this pedestal you put them on, so then you push them off. You failed me again. And you get another person you put up there and you pedestalize them. You failed me again. I mean, it's just such a weird thing we do to each other. It's bizarre. Hold on. No, I just don't. I don't. It's like I said. It's such an evolutionary thing. It's such a primal thing for so many people to carry so much shame about it, for wanting to do it. Whatever, you know what I mean? Just wanting to do it makes you a slut or a whore or a man whore or whatever. Then not wanting to do it makes you a prude or what? It's why do we do? What are we doing? We're doing it to ourselves. We're doing it to each other. Whether you won't fuck your partner and they masturbate and then you gotta fucking, you give them shit about that. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck it is. What are we doing to each other? What is the point of what are we doing? Go to work and you know what I mean? I've like I said, I've worked in offices, and you go to work and the women are just complaining. Not necessarily, like I can understand like a husband is a bit harder to leave, but boyfriend just complaining, and then go home to the dude. You're just dating. Just stop dating that fucking person, and then you don't have to complain every fucking day. Here's an idea. Stop dating people until you find someone who fits the fucking thing that you want. Oh, guys lie. Okay, so you've identified the problem. Why do you keep falling for it? Here's the thing. You can lie for a while. No one can keep a lie going for forever. Set a time in your own head. Don't share it with anybody else. Don't say, oh, I make somebody wait. Just don't share it with anybody else. Just keep it in your own head. Because you can only lie for so long. Oh, it's my chair, unfortunately. I wish I'd been my neck. The pump like that. That was my neck, but anyways. on sexuality, what are we doing there too? Also, there's some there's like they're trying to push the fucking envelope on that too. With everything, Jesus Christ, man. Evil Knievel jumped 10 buses, so I've got to jump 20. What the fuck, dude? What are you guys doing? What the fuck are you guys doing? Again, do what you want to do. It's your shit, but I'm just like, why? Just why? Um, I don't know, man. Something's really got, I mean, this whole simulation, this whole thing basically needs to be like shut down, retooled, and restarted. That's only fix for it. Because anything else requires part of this continuing on, which that spirit of rebellion that comes from America is going to destroy everything, as it always does. That spark of you, well, you can't make me. God damn it, dude, no one wants to, I guess we can. No one wants to. No one wants to make you. Well, then you're not gonna. No, I'm not gonna. Do something else. Entirely. Something else entirely. But, yeah, so we're going on already an hour on this one. I don't know, man. I talk a lot about a lot of stuff, and it'd be, I mean, like I said, if anybody had any, like, any chat going on or something like that, it'd be easier to, but, or if I had, like, notes, or if I gave a shit about this, whatever, but I just ramble about stuff. I'm only keeping them down to an hour. I mean, I don't mind going longer, but, I mean, who knows if anybody's watching any of these things. I may see some views on there from time to time. Anyone was watching, thank you for watching, but again, these are just nothing. These are just me talking about stuff. Hopefully it's interesting a little bit. Yeah. So I should probably do a whole one on opiates. But four genders, infinite amount of sexualities. The gender is just what sexual organ you were born with. So therefore, what combinations can there be? Penis, and vagina, and neither. What about two penises? Still penis. Two vaginas and a penis, still multiple. It's just self-evident. As far as, like I said, sexuality is what you do with those genitals. And had it started with that approach, pardon me, Mr. Microphone, probably get a lot more traction. You'd probably be making a lot more headway. But by confusing the hillbillies with a woman is not a woman, if her mind is a, you know what I mean? They're like, so if like, so you a man's a dude. A man has a penis. And unfortunately, the facts bear out on their side. A man has a penis. A woman has a vagina. A intersex or whatever has both. And neither has neither. Whatever the actual term for that would be. Those are just facts. And arguing with that is like fucking arguing with the sunlight. You're not supposed to be on right now. Then why am I? I'm trying to sleep. Give a fuck. Why are you coming through my window? Daytime. Get curtains. Just facts. It just is. Again, what you do with those. And that completely reframes the whole thing. On top of that, as I said, I think with the rate of divorce, I think true allies should get domestic partnerships. Make that the thing. Rather than getting married, we're seeing the younger kids going for domestic partnerships. These are more structured, blah, 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 more contractual. They have like actual whatever. It's less till death do we part and more till we get tired of each other and we don't want to hurt each other. You know what I mean? So we separate lest we fucking get into some kind of big war. I don't know about you. I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with me. Just because we signed some fucking paper a decade ago and they have no desire to be there. I would rather them go, and I'd rather them not have any problem packing their shit and leaving. That's one thing I can say about this recent separation is that there's nothing on that shit. With my divorce, that fucking sucked, man. God damn, that sucked. But I let her nag me into it, man. We already had 2 fucking kids. I had a heart issue. No, if we were married. Yeah, you know. But I just kept telling myself, like, I just can't see marrying someone. It drives me this fucking crazy all the fucking time. And I'm like, dude, it's been like 7 years. I have 2 kids. I'm not going anywhere, so fucking... Maybe she'll shut the fuck up finally. Nope. Just find new shit to bitch about. Because people like her will not be happy. Just will not. They won't allow it because they define themselves by how miserable they are. Isn't that sad? Just like some people define themselves by their sexuality. Now, one thing I never understood, and I would love to talk to someone who's gay, a gay guy. Why does the, you know what I mean? Why the lisp and stuff? I've seen dudes that were gay that had no, that there's like, hey, how's it going? Pete Buttigieg. Okay. Now, does he fight it when he gets home? Does he go into a lisp mode? I don't know. Is it something you feel like you have to do? I don't know. That's why I said I'd like to talk. I honestly have questions that I would actually honestly like to, you know what I mean? I'm ignorant. I fully admit to that. I don't know. I would like to ask some questions with someone who's not going to get offended by it. And if you want to ask questions about a biracial person, fucking have at it, dude. I would love to fucking answer some questions about that. Respectful questions, you know. I have respectful questions. I just, you know, like I said, it's not like every gay person is just lisping, you know, yeah, you know what I mean? It's not like that. I'm just wondering, is there something that, you know, compels people? Because, I mean, there has been shown, like, to be, to fit into a group. People start dressing certain ways. People start acting certain ways. People start doing certain things to fit in with the group. Is it one of those situations? Is it just something you feel in your soul? Is it attempt to be more feminine because women don't talk like that? You know what I mean? I just have a lot of questions. That's why I don't think that's what it is. I don't know. Differentiate from the man to man. You know what I mean? So you don't sound like one of those. I can understand that. You know? It's kind of like when I asked that girl, I was like, why one sock? And she kept going through like all these different excuses for like, you know, other stuff. I'm like, no. Why one? Oh, I don't like socks. I'm like, there you go. That's the answer. I just don't know. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now I understand. Now I get it. There's a lot of stuff I don't get that I would like to get. From everything, I mean, from cars to all kinds of stuff. I'm a curious person by nature. I like to know how things work. I like to know why they work, not just how, but why. Different things, man. Totally different things. So it's been an hour. Anyone watching this, I'm sure, is full on board, so I'm getting out.